What's up, let's welcome back to another part of Final Fantasy XVI. In the last part, we accepted all the quests in the hideaway. One of them being to go defeat a Warble to get to be able to make something tiers. It sounds like Milk of the Poppy for Game of Thrones, essentially, where you probably give it to them to ease their last time to get that they have. We're currently going. Oh no, sorry. The Morble was for... I lied to you. The Morble was for the botanist who's trying to grow Morgan beard. This, what we're doing now, getting the spider's eye thing, is for the milk of the poppy such thing. And the last quest we have is for Blackthorne. He saw a ring. He got sad that he can't engrave metal the way the ring was engraved. And I mean, I agree with Clive. Why does he care if he can't engrave metal like that? Because he's not a jeweler. You're not going to need to engrave metal for armor, are you? Unless you're making it look fancy. Like, goblin mugger. I'll be on my way, goblin muggers. No, I'll be on my way, goblin muggers. I didn't heal at all. I don't think I need to heal. We'll see. Hi, how are you? Oh, there's many of them. Cool.
Spiders would be the size of curls.
He doesn't need to mention it, we can just do that. I parried it? That's hilarious. Did not mean to do that. Is it just like small enemies like this for fighting? I didn't realize it was just going to be small enemies. Turn! Oh, I can't turn. That's sad. I wanted the turn to be able to hit the other ones. Come on, everyone get a part of this. Easy enough. I thought it was going to be like a big spider we were going to fight, but I'm okay with there not being a giant spider in the game. I'm good with that, honestly. Spider eye and spider fang.
Hopefully
Deliver
one will
it.
be enough.
Okay, that was extraordinarily quick.
The other ingredients by now.
Okay, that was so quick. I didn't expect that to take two. We did that quest in 2 minutes. Now to go do Blackthorns then. Good. I do always say when like 3 quests pop up, it tends to take 2 episodes to do all 3. It's like, what? Yeah, I would say it normally takes just 2 episodes, and then we get a little bit of story by the end of the episode. Where am I going? I'm horrible with directions. Is it this way? Yeah, there we go. Every time I have to come to this area, I'm like, I don't know how to get out of this city in the correct direction the quest marker wants me to go in. Can I go on the chocobo yet? Can I go on my chocobo yet? Can I go on my chocobo yet? Now?
The free cities and the
Now?
sea.
Are we there yet? Are we there? There you go. Hey, Ambrosia. Let's go.
Run like the wind.
I wish Ambrosia had more I hope Ambrosia has another side quest or something, because I feel like it's really... I feel like there could be more with Ambrosia. Like, Ambrosia seemed quite important at the beginning. Even says that, even Sid said when, like, he met Clive, he was like, oh, I love Blackthorne quest. He's a good guy. But even, like, at the beginning, like, when Sid was talking to Clive, he was like, oh, I always thought you were more of a chocobo guy, rather than, like, a Torgal. Because I still think Torgal seemed to be more friendly with Jill than Clive. So I feel like there should be more quest stuff to do with Ambrosia. Because I think Clive was closer to Ambrosia.
Enough of you are there.
I mean, Ambrosia saved his life. She lost an eye for Clive. I want more quest lines to do with Ambrosia. I want the bird to get more love time. Oh, there's a thing here.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so.
Well, can you say so?
You in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's rude.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorne.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you asked so nicely... I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right.
Tolt.
Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
Is Zoltan the chief?
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravosht.
It's
Not much
guarded
going
pretty
on,
well,
is there?
considering the big
It's
gate.
a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
I'm good with people.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
That's very
I
respectful.
appreciate it.
I think it takes a
We'll
lot
be
for a
near the
man to
forge
admit
on the
that.
hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
Like, it can be difficult when there is bad blood between two people to be like, right, okay, well, one of us need to sort it. But it can be really, depending on what the circumstance was, it can be really difficult to do that. So the fact he's even said if someone can
Mama,
build the bridge to make me be able to see him on the other side, then I'll do it. But I just don't think I can be the one who builds the bridge, as he put it.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here.
Oh, thanks.
Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Do you think you could take me in a fight?
Blackthorne's here.
What did you say?
He's travelled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
You're so rude.
You apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorne. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here, and neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Okay, so it looks like Blackthorne's quest line's a bit longer than the 2-second spider one. Speak with Blackthorne? I will. See, just the man's just too stubborn. Obviously, he left or something to go do other things, and he's salty about
Let
it.
me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
I see where you get it
As
from.
a personal favour to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
The whole village? Is that what we're saying?
Dravosht. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravos in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravos prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road.
I understand
So the
both
crystals
sides.
run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravos won't last long without its furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
What is it we
Hold on,
do for fire?
Blackthorne.
I'm confused.
Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest.
Edge over what?
And you'd be throwing it away.
Edge over who? The blacksmiths?
All right.
Why are
Yes.
we competing with
This
them?
place was your
We
home.
should tell people.
I won't abandon it to its fate.
We should
Its
share that
creations
knowledge.
were
They're
never
not
meant to
evil.
be hoarded. It was only
Exactly.
ever a matter of time before we shared them.
Yeah.
Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing.
Machine bells?
Gravost will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
Yeah, but these guys aren't
When you put it
Imperials.
that way. Of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Again, not telling it to like the Waluders that are against
Shall I
us
go
or
and
the
fetch their
Imperials,
plans,
but
then?
but
No,
these
I'm
people
off
are
by
just a smithing
I've been needing
place.
some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two with you, August.
Alright then.
Can't get over his name being August. We are currently
And I've
in
got a
him
job for
now.
you too, Clive.
We are in
Finding me
August.
some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
Okay, so let me. But yeah, you're right. A lot of the side content is not just. I mean, it's not even just the side content. The theme of the game itself is there's always two sides. So we're destroying the crystals, and everyone sees us as evil for that. But our side to that is, well, if people are so dependent on the crystals, and the crystals take all the ether, and everything becomes barren, then we're gonna be fucked. And everyone's just been relying on the crystals the entire time. What are we gonna do? So we're taking that away so people become more basically independent and not so reliant on the crystals. That's seen as evil, but we're doing it for a greater good. A lot of the game has that where... I don't want to fight you. The game has that theme a lot where it's just there are two sides to the story and they can see them as both being valid points. Is this thing chasing me? Okay, right. I get it. Oh. Okay. Okay. I turn around to fight it and it runs away. It was like, never mind, I don't want none of that. Sure, less people know a secret, less it's spread. But, I mean, we're gonna have to give, regardless, to everyone, even Wallow, the Imperials, every single person, we're gonna have to give that information to people once we break the crystals regardless. There's still going to be war when the crystals are gone. War isn't caused by the crystals just help. They just help people do magic. And you need to give people a way to live. Yes, it's going to be used for evil, but anything can be used for evil. If you're not giving people an option to be able to, say, light a fire and cook their own food, then God, what are you going to do? You just got to let everyone starve to not give them the knowledge that we have? That's ridiculous. No. So they have the right. August
make
was
this
being a bit
quick, shall we?
silly, saying we shouldn't share the knowledge. Of course you should share the knowledge. Also, I thought this was more than one enemy for some reason, so I did this. It is not more than one enemy. was just really excited to get to do that. I realised I didn't hit it, but I was just really excited to try to do a dodge. Easy. I still hate that the thing drains while I'm doing that. I don't know why people wouldn't like this laser. I think this laser's great. I love it. I love the laser so much. Second boy. Sick him again. Yeah, precision check. Let's go.
Nice try.
Easy. Oh, what's happening? I was pressing the dodge button and it's not dodging. Oh, that was my bad. I did not dodge that. That was me. I actually got hit during that, and it let me off with it somehow. There we go. Dead. You never used it? I love the big laser. Say just like getting things into stagger and then lasering them. I feel like it. I don't know how much damage it does, but I feel like it does a lot of damage.
That would be enough for a decent set of bellows.
It feels like it's damaging.
Ready, go?
Also, I saw a post on Twitter and it was like, am I silly? But I didn't realise that you could put different icon abilities on different icons. It's like, as soon, and I do mean as soon as I unlocked Bahamut, I instantly took Titan's thing and put it on Bahamut's thing. Cause I mean, Titan's circle was just to block and counter, which is the same as this ability. So I was like, right, okay, I prefer Wings of Light, because that way, there's a lot of fights where it's just, you fight a horde, and then you fight another horde. And so using Phoenix's big massive attack and then doing Wings of Light, it tends to finish off groups of people. So I like doing that combination. I've still got Shiva and Odin to unlock. I'm thinking Shiva's going to be next since Jill's missing. But I don't know, maybe Shiva's last, I don't know. I look forward to seeing what their abilities are. I like ice stuff, so I would like to be able to use Shiva stuff. I just don't know what I would take out. Maybe I'll take out, maybe Rook's Gambit, so we only have one ability that's a dodge ability. Or if there's another ability that does a lot of damage, maybe I'll take out Rising Flames. Titan's counter was good. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If I'm going to take out one, I'd probably take out Rook's Gambit rather than Titan's block.
What's this all about then?
Don't know.
Oh, do you mean like
Some
Titan's
kind of
counter as in like
invention.
his circle, or do you mean Titan's counter as in like the ability counter? Because I use the ability counter. What was it called? Titan's. No, that's not that. This one. I use Raging Fist, where you block an enemy attack and then get to attack. This is just the standard counter. Can be used to launch up to 3 counter attacks. I've got so many ability points and I'm just not using them. You never used Raging Fist? Yeah, circle. I use Raging Fist because it's the same thing, but it does more damage, I'm sure.
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Phoenix with Odin?
should be
Interesting. I don't think I'd ever
Right
swap
then.
out Phoenix because I
Time to
like
put
the
these lads to
dash.
work. If everyone pulls their
And I
weight,
can't swap
we'll be
out
finished in
Garuda
no time.
because I like oh, you've got them halfway staggered, pull it down. It's their circle is too needed for me. If I could swap
Well,
their
I'll be
circles
damned.
around, I would.
I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Yeah, sometimes I do press circle thinking it's the dodge button, but that's just because I've been playing other games like The Witcher where
Sorry
circle
about
is the
earlier.
dodge button. R1's a really weird dodge button.
Take back everything.
But I
said.
use the dash quite
That
often.
thing you built us is,
I think.
an honest to God's marvel. You saved our village.
It's Blackthorne you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pet coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours.
Okay.
Only fair.
Fair enough. Good trade, good trade.
I've always envied Blackthorne. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravosht needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
No, I do get it as well.
Cinders would mean more coming from you.
He left it all on
I
his
need to forgive him
shoulders.
first. And that's not gonna happen.
I understand. He left a big responsibility on him.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorne's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Right, let's go wrap up the other quest lines as well then. Is that done? Wait, or are we not done? Deliver. Oh. Oh, in the hideaway. Okay, so I think all of our quest lines take us to the hideaway then. Unless we're not done with some of the quest lines, but I like to go. Let's wrap them all up. It might take us over 30 minutes. I like to try to keep it under 30 minutes for parts on YouTube. But I think it just makes more sense to end them off all here rather than ending now and then.
If it's knowledge you seek.
And then coming back to do them all.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pick old Cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm
No,
sure.
he gave me it to look at.
He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorne.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes.
Back to your
but
moody
I'm
old man.
grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
I wonder if there's more Blackthorne quest lines, or if it just
Ain't
goes
got
to
the
3.
art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorne's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. That's good enough for me.
Mike, if you can hear me, see how I have a radical red thing? Sorry for crafting the belt. How come you didn't decide to let me know that you couldn't use items in certain fights? That was a nice surprise. Just being like, is my game broken? It's not letting me go into my bag. Why can't I use a potion during this fight? What happens if they die? I never noticed. So I record like 4 parts at a time. So I've recorded 4 parts of it. And yeah, it gets explained to you that like, oh, evasion moves are out the game. You can't use your bag in boss fights. I'm like, excuse me? What do you mean you can't use your bag in boss fights? What do you mean?
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Yes, that does make a difference, Mike. If Baldur's Gate has a doggo that you can adopt, I want the doggo.
Yeah. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... when I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards...
That's the positive
I
attitude we
suspect
need.
the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once. It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to
What do you
distill
mean your
some more,
hot bar?
but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
Oh good, I'm about to go see her. If you want to just give me that, I'll take it over to her. Like the... Oh, I'm talking about in Pokemon, you know that, right? I'm not talking about in... I'm talking about in Pokemon Radical Red, not Final Fantasy. Necessary for further consumable potency. For further consumable potency? Oh, as in like the heal me one. Oh no, that's what I said to you. I said I don't know if you're here, but you didn't happen to mention to me that Pokemon Radical Red doesn't let you use your... Yeah, I've obtained both potions, high potion, now restore even more HP. Yeah, I thought that's all it was. I told you, yeah, I get that, but not being able to use potions in a boss battle seems a little bit excessive. Because I'm fine with Pokemon being set, like battle system being set to set, where you can't swap out, when a Pokemon gets swapped in. But that means I have to take a smack of damage when I swap out, and I can't heal it, and that makes me very nervous. It makes me very, very nervous. After the blooper run, I'm gonna keep calling it the blooper run. Cubone was the blooper run, it doesn't count. The run so far up to part 4 has been going okay. It's been going okay. I'm not going to say any spoilers. If people want to know what's happening in Pokemon Radical Red, click on my link in YouTube, or exclamation mark YouTube for Twitch, or just, you know, for those of you already on YouTube, look at my YouTube account, and you'll be able to see Pokemon Radical Red playlist. Oh, great. So I'm not going to beat it, is what you're telling me then?
Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Taya's right. Sometimes it's all we can do.
You have faith, thank you. My team's pretty swank right now. I like it. Swank, not wank, swank.
Sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
Like, I think I have decent types right now. I'm not gonna say what I have or anything, or if I've lost anything by part 4, because like I said, I don't want to say any spoilers.
How are you feeling?
But part 1 will go up on Sunday, this Sunday.
Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Taya.
Is he called expiring? Expiring patient.
so proud of you.
Expired. What a horrible name to give him. Yeah, not being able to use items was what really threw me off. I might just run 5 Pokemon and then like a dummy one in the 6th thought, so in case I need to take a death, I can throw it in so I can get a clean
Thank you,
switch.
Rodrigo. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
Why does that man have a voice of like a 60-year-old man, but he looks only about 30, 40?
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is,
An art we would be lost without.
tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I still think Tari
I
is the
hope
best
so.
woman. I just think her character's really good. Quest complete. And with that quest, I thought this was, oh, it's my headset. Sorry, I hit my mic there. I thought my controller was plugged in because I could feel the wire, and then I realized it's the wire from my headset. I was like, why does this keep hitting me? It can't be plugged in. The PlayStation's in front of me, not to my left. But with that, we're going to end this part of YouTube, guys. So, as I was saying, guys, if you want to check out other series that are on my YouTube, as of this part going up right now, we should have Super Meat Boy, Octopath Traveler, and, well, actually, this part will be going up on the Monday next week, so Pokemon Radical Red Nuzlocke should actually be up by the time this part goes up. So if you want to have a wee look at that, just go onto my channel, and because I'll forget what part this was that I said this, or else I would just link it in the description. But if you'd like to go into my channel, just go into playlists, and you'll see all the playlists in a nice, neat arranged order of what you could have a look at. And I'd love to see you there, because, you know, share it around. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to poke that like button, subscribe, and comment your comments, because they are comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!